Hey YouTube, what's up? In JT Sasuke. I'm here to bring you guys my review for Doctor Who, Season 9, Episode 10, Face the Raven. So, let's jump right into it. So, this episode starts out with the Doctor and Clara. They're on the TARDIS. They just came back from a mission when the Doctor's personal line rings. She gave this guy the Doctor's personal line just in case of emergencies. So he called talking about a tattoo that he doesn't remember getting and then counting down. So they go there, they see the tattoo. The Doctor doesn't believe it until he actually looks at his neck and sees that it's counting down. He then traces the signal to somewhere in London. They go, they start searching for it, and they realize that okay, we have to start counting because basically there's a street that's missing, and it has a field around it that makes people forget what they were doing, why they were there, so that way they don't notice it. What ends up happening is Clara is counting, and all of a sudden her mind gets disrupted. She was at like 28, and she went back to 1. So she backtracked a little bit, realized where it was, and then called the Doctor and the guy. They went in there to the street, realized that Ashilda was there. Apparently, she's the mayor of the street, and she's refuging a lot of different aliens who came to Earth. Now, with that being said, we move into the fact that we find out that Ashilda is the one that gave him the one that gave the guy the tattoo. It's not really a tattoo, but it's actually like a seal of death. And once the counts down, you have to face the Raven, and the Raven kills you from the inside, as we clearly seen. This one guy had stole medical rations for his wife, and he was punished with death. So he had to face the Raven. Unfortunately, he ran from his wife, so his wife didn't get to truly see him go, which is messed up in my opinion, but fear. But that's what he had to end up. That's what the guy was going to end up facing for quote unquote murder. So we throughout the episode we see this boy we see the son of this woman that the guy supposedly killed, and they eventually end up tracking him down and finding out it's a girl. And what ends up happening is she and her race can see into people's past, but she couldn't see into the Doctor's. But what they end up doing is they end up realizing that Shilda kind of probably needs him for something, and they go to where his mom is. They go to where her mom is, because the boy is actually a girl, and she made her look like a boy for protection. But they go to where her mom is to figure out how they can kind of maybe make her come back to life or just help her in some way, shape, or form. During this time, though, during that time frame, the guy, I don't remember his name, but the guy and Clara, they were talking about buying him some time until the Doctor can figure everything out. And you can pass on the mark, but you can't escape the death fully. So what ends up happening is he ends up willingly passing it on to Clara, and Clara actually has to accept it, so she accepted it, thinking that the Doctor was going to be able to save her. What ends up happening is they realize that the girl's mom is alive, and that's just a stasis chamber. So they end up opening up the stasis chamber, but only because they needed a keyhole. Only because they needed a key to unlock the station chamber. And it wasn't just for any old regular key that Ashilda would have. It was the key to the TARDIS, so that way he couldn't escape. Ashilda had set him up. Apparently, he had set him up for quote unquote murder, for the murder of her mom, so that way he could then lure the Doctor there. Earlier in the episode, the Doctor was questioning someone, and he said that the guy was so like, please, someone call the Doctor. And he was like, okay, hold on. Did he say a doctor or the Doctor? And he said the Doctor. And I'm like, okay, so it's a setup. They're trying to lure him there. So they caught him there, put a teleport on his hand, and apparently Shilda, was working with someone to get the Doctor to go somewhere, to get someone to capture the Doctor. What ends up happening is the doctor. What ends up happening is not the doctor. Clara actually ends up revealing that she has the mark because Ashilda was going to take the mark off of the guy's neck, but Ashilda passed it to Clara, and that specific mark was under contract. By passing it on, the contract is now non-void, which means that it can't be taken off. So Clara ends up dying. And it was a very heartfelt goodbye between her and the doctor. And I like how the doctor had to be told by Clara the don't seek revenge. Alright? This is my choice. I chose to do this. And maybe this is why. Maybe this is why I kept being reckless and turning more and more into you. Because I want to be with Danny. And the doctor was like, no, I should have taken care of you. I should have done better than this. And she was like, it's fine. It's my choice. Which it is her choice. But Clara ends up dying, and it was a really sad death in my opinion. A little bit like not at, it could have been more dramatic. A lot of other companions left in the dramatic way, and they didn't even die, so they could have did it more dramatic. But nonetheless, Clara is dead, and Jenna Coleman says she's not coming back, so that's sad. And I like Clara because she was a companion that went from I'm along for the ride to I know what to do when the doctor's not around. So yeah, so Clara died, and the doctor told Ashilda that she better watch out because the only reason that he would even possibly listen is because Clara's his friend, and she'll realize that it's a very small universe when he's angry with her. And my favorite line in the episode is when he said, "The doctor is not here. You're stuck with me." And I'm like, ooh, turning into the warrior that he used to be with Matt Smith. It's very interesting. But the episode actually ends with the doctor being teleported to a different place. Now, this was a pretty good episode. I actually really enjoyed it, and I thought it was great. So great that it needed its own review, especially since I'm about to review the next episode, which also needed its own review. So I'm sorry that went on kind of long. Thank you guys for watching. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought about this Doctor Who episode. And subscribe to my channel for more Doctor Who content, alright? Peace.